Hey, what's happening, man? It's me, K Kemp, man. Big Flow himself, man. Red Sound CEO. This is Sarah Harrison, man. 12 days of litness, you already know.
It's another Sarah Harrison exclusive, 12 days of LITTmas. And we are joined by someone who, I'm telling you, I definitely had an exclusive back in 2014 before he blew up to the guy that we know him today after so many bangers, hit after hit. He goes by the name K Camp.
What's happening?
I knew you'd say that. What's happening?
What's happening?
Man, I'm blessed, and we had to get you on the line again. It's been like just over a year since we connected again in ATO. And boy, what a whirlwind since then.
You're right. The whole everything switched up on us, huh? Unexpected shit.
Yeah, and I know you had a lot planned, obviously, after the breakout of such a huge record. We're obviously talking about Lottery, like for people who have been living under a rock. You've had a proven track record with the bangers that you have produced over the years. As I said, like since 2013, 2014 is when you came on my radar as a DJ here in London. But obviously you had been on records from 2008. Like we're talking over a decade of hit making. How
That
does
sounds
it feel?
crazy, don't it?
Yeah, and it's like you've always reinvented yourself, man. Like, where did you get this from? Where did you get this power of foresight?
Um, that's a good question. It's crazy because I remember when I was in the basement, my mama house, and I was still living with my mama and shit, you know what I'm saying, recording in the basement. It was one quote that I heard an artist say, and it was The Game. This is a long time ago. I'm talking a long time ago. He said some shit like, always stay ahead of the curve, always, you know what I'm saying, don't get lost in what's going on. It's some shit like, don't get lost in what's going on right now, always stay ahead of the curve. And I took that personal to heart, you know what I'm saying? Like at first, you know what I'm saying, I really didn't know what it meant, but I was willing to figure out what the hell he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? And over the years, you know what I'm saying, you be in different lanes with, you know what I'm saying, every I don't want to say decade, but like every 3 to 4 years, it's a whole new batch of artists going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's always a certain few that get over that hump, and it's always, you know what I'm saying, the remaining that stay where they was at, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that I was able to keep getting over that hump and just changing myself and staying ahead of the curve, you know what I'm saying? What my boy said a long time ago, that's just how I did it, you know what I'm saying? And I hate probably reinventing myself. I hate looking like how I looked the year before. You get what I'm saying? Not even hate, it's just like, I get tired of that shit. I like to feel fresh and new, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be feeling like the same, like, you know what I'm saying? It's quarantine year. I don't want to feel like this next year. When 21 hit, I might, you know what I'm saying? I might switch on up, I might tap my whole nigga, do something wild, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck I might do, you feel me? But that's how I always reinvent myself, just stay fresh. Always, you know what I'm saying, willing to tap into something else. Don't be scared to switch some shit up. I used to be scared to switch shit up, you know what I'm saying? But it's part of life, you know what I'm saying? You got to grow, you got to evolve to something.
When is that moment when you're confident in your next decision, or do you go through a lot of like, oh, I'm gonna sleep on it, or do you just say, okay, let me just do it and see what happens?
Shit, it be both, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I be sleeping on shit, sometimes I just go for it. You know, when it comes to music, I just go for it. We talking about just image and other shit. I like to think it out before I do it. You know what I'm saying? Some shit I just jump into it and I be glad I did it. And you know what I'm saying, sometimes it'll bite me in the ass, but you know, that's life.
Yeah. Something that you have kept consistent though is, this year you brought out Kiss 5. So clearly, for people that haven't known you or know about your music, Kiss is a series that started in, was it 2013? When did it start?
Maybe
Kiss
12,
start.
11.
So why did you decide to continue this series like all the way to 5? Normally we see people stopping at 3, 4. Rarely we see people going to 5. And is Kiss an acronym for something?
It was keeping it so sexy or some shit like that. That was, but I never ran with it. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that shit was lame as hell after like the second one. I was like, nah, I'm just gonna call it Kiss. it just, you know what I'm saying, it's just Kiss, you feel me? But that series, man, I really didn't expect for it to get to a 5. I ain't gonna lie to you. But when you find out what works, you know what I'm saying, why stop? You feel me? Like when I realized the females gravitating to my music on that side, because you know, I came from making club shit first. You know what I'm saying? I was just in the clubs. I was in the club 5-6 days a week with my guys, drinking every day, smoke. You know what I'm saying? I was on that vibe. So now, you know what I'm saying, we did that, and I was like, damn, I'm tired of being around dudes all day. I'm trying to bring something soft around me. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to really tap into something else. So when I did the first Kiss project, it was just like testing it out, and it ended up working on a small scale. You know what I'm saying? That was my first, and that was before I was even, you know what I'm saying, nationally known. So on a small scale, it was working. I just kept doing them. I was spacing them out. I only drop Kiss projects when my fans request them, honestly. I never just go in and be like, I'm about to drop another Kiss project. I didn't even want to do a 5, but they kept requesting it. So I was like, shit, fuck it. But I'm not going to do a 6.
I know, because the female voice at the beginning says I heard her whisper the last kiss.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I think this is closing a chapter for K Camp. But we're gonna get to your pen game in a minute, but we can't look over the fact that, as I said, a big point in your life and in everyone's life really is the way that we've adopted TikTok, and your records being one of the reasons, I feel like. So now I'm wondering, did you break TikTok or did TikTok break you?
I think it was 50-50.
No cap, seriously.
I think TikTok broke me into the new generation of kids. And I feel like I put TikTok on a platform where everybody else in my world was like, the fuck is TikTok? You know what I'm saying? Like, and now everybody want to do TikTok campaigns, and they think that's the way to go, you know. But hey, if you know, you know.
I was just about to say, you are literally a pioneer in formulas. It's like you're the trial and error, and then and then everyone seems to be like, oh, right, follow on from you. Like, it's crazy. Like,
it's been like that for years, though. I always set the trends, and folks don't want to give me credit for the trends I set.
Give us another trend, man. Like, for people that haven't been following you since the beginning, you think that you've really, you know, coined.
I think I really coined the melody, the melodies with the trap combined. As far as like when I came out with Money Baby, that was a new sound for, you know what I'm saying, the world to hear. And I feel like, well, we in 2020. I feel like the whole game, that's all they doing now. I don't know a rapper that ain't trying to sing on trap beats and make it sound like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is now. I start shit. I ain't gonna say I started, but I played a big role in that. When I came out, folks wasn't, besides like, you know what I'm saying, Drake and only a certain few who was really singing on shit. I came out just
maybe?
T-Pain, you know what I'm saying? But I think I did it in a different way. I mixed two worlds. I put the, you know what I'm saying, Atlanta trap world mixed with the R&B, whoever the hell you want to put it together. It kind of brought it together, and it kind of created something else. And it's been growing ever since.
Yeah, your beats were trap, you know, like, and it would be stuff that, again, were always good for dancing. Whether it's a strip club, it's still dancing. So you always made those records. Like, it's crazy. And they've even I think, renamed the Grammy rap song category as melodic something category. They've renamed it. So it's a thing. Melodic rap is a thing. We're just saying. So, okay, on the subject of TikTok then, being as you were involved in the early days of it, you know, being downloaded at such mass amounts in the beginning, what was the back end like of that? Because a lot of people say, oh, but if you're popping on TikTok, it doesn't really translate to Billboard and actual record sales. So what was the navigating the back end of that like for you? Because it was an independent release, right?
Yeah, pretty much. That's the part I didn't really fuck with. You know what I'm saying? As far as like the record was so big and it didn't translate on Billboard. I feel like that was my number one. You know what I'm saying? The impact it had. And it's crazy. Like it's a lot of plays that I make that get short-handed. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that was my and then just some just fucking happened to slap that shit out the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, when I dropped Kiss 5, I was supposed to tour and kill him. I was gonna kill him on tour. You know what I'm saying? Corona hit, slap that out the way. I'm like, God damn! Every time I make a big play, you know what I'm saying? It's like God be telling me, slow down. They ain't ready for you yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you know when they ready for you for real. But going back to TikTok, you know what I'm saying? Even though it opened up some doors, it really, I wouldn't necessarily say open up some doors. It just really alley-oop Kiss 5. And that was the whole purpose of it. You know what I'm saying? TikTok. Lottery is one of them records that we knew it was gonna go. It was gonna impact the clubs, you know what I'm saying? And just the way that 808 was hitting, it was something fresh. But TikTok wasn't my focus. You feel me? I didn't give that. I don't even got a TikTok. You feel me? It wasn't my focus. So it was like, I was blessed for it to impact and set the team up for a new lane. Like, all right, this is a whole new K Camp. When you say reinventing, it reinvented me. You feel me? So that's the blessing out of it. But as far as like, I ain't really get paid from TikTok, all that. You know what I'm saying? That shit didn't. It opened up the other doors to get money, but TikTok itself did not just.
Well, this is it, because it was in such the early stages, similar to what's happening with Clubhouse, is, you know, people are navigating and figuring it out. It's a prototype, essentially. Well, it's in beta form. And then, you know, you're making all, you're gauging it and you're gathering this huge following, but it's not being monetized. And I think since, it's come such a long way, TikTok, since Lottery, like, so many labels are now involved and buying shares in it. Like, places like United Masters distribute to TikTok so that, you know, creators can directly put their record out there and enable creators to make dance videos. So it's crazy how much has evolved to benefit the creator, which is always what we're trying to do here, right? Like, if it doesn't result in a cash payout, then what really is it?
Exactly. I was thinking about that too, about Clubhouse. When you brought up Clubhouse, I'm like, how the hell you get paid from Clubhouse? Like, but I get what you're saying. You're saying some real shit.
It's crazy how much the users are used as data, but then when it comes to the real shit, it's always the back end that's making the money, right? Like, we're just a number.
Of course, that's if you just start an app, you're gonna get everybody email. You're gonna make sure you got all the data, and you're gonna collect the check on the back end.
You don't care who it is. You don't care who it is. Yeah.
Long as it's a positive, you know what I'm saying, platform that you feel like, shit, you don't care.
Yeah.
Trying to make some money in a pandemic.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I guess you've still managed to take over the internet, K-Camp, one way or another. But I feel like you always do it without participating in any, like, shenanigans. There's never no scandal around K-Camp. Do you think, though, that the fact that you're not so vocal and you're quite a private person has gone against you over the years? Because a lot of the search results that you get are like, you know, even when you type your name into Twitter, K-Camp is so slept on. So do you think that goes against you, that you're quite an offline person?
Of course. You know what I'm saying? Folks don't know shit about me besides the music. You know what I'm saying? And I did that. I've been like that since I started. You know what I'm saying? I really wasn't with the extra shit. You know what I'm saying? I know what that extra shit bring. Like, it's gonna either bring some bullshit in your life. You know what I'm saying? Unwanted. It's gonna probably bring extra money. It worked both ways. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not I like my circle tight. I like to be with my gang. You know what I'm saying? We create vibes. We curate the vibes. We throw part. I live in my own world. I don't worry about what the fuck everybody else got going on. I ain't trying to go. If I'm trying to go viral, I'm trying to go viral with this music shit. I'm trying to go viral with something that's gonna make me money. I ain't trying to go viral with another rap nigga or you know what I'm saying, LITTmas trying to go get some clickbait shit. I ain't really on that. That's not my, you know what I'm saying, that's not my vibe. So if it's making me some money, if I can stay low key and get rich as fuck, I'm gonna continue to stay low key and get rich as fuck.
I think you have like a songwriter's mentality almost, because let's face it, right? Your pen has never let us down. Like, you've consistently, as I said, put out hits. So I guess that's a segue into what is the formula, the K-Camp formula I feel like you have quite a pop music approach to making records. Even though you've lived in this hip hop, trap space, you still give us these pop records. So yeah, what is your? I'm interested to know, like, what's your formula?
Mm, at this point, man, I just go from the heart, man. I just go from the gut. I don't even, like I said, I don't write music down. Whatever I'm feeling at that time, that's what come out. You know what I'm saying? I can't even, like, it don't even make sense when I step in front of a mic. It ain't no thinking process. I hit a beat, and whatever pop in my head, that's what gets said. You feel what I'm saying? And the
Right.
first line starts the whole song. Whatever I say first, it's like the quarterback. The first line is the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And the rest of the song is gold.
So it's never a hook, and then you build around the hook.
I used to do that.
Okay.
I used to create. I'm gonna tell you why I stopped doing that. I used to always just do hooks and then do verses. That's why I was so good at hooks back in the day. Well, to this day, I'm still good at hooks. But I used to always do hooks. And I used to always try to make the best hook. And I used to always bullshit my verses. You know what I'm saying? And I remember one time, one of my cameramans, he kept it all the way 1,000. One time he said, bro, your hooks be crazy, but you be, you know what I'm saying? You be playing with them verses. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can go way harder on your verses. I was like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? That's not something I told somebody I did, but he caught it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck you think he is trying to, you know what I'm saying, tell me how to do my shit. But I took that criticism and I was like, he right. You know what I'm saying? Because I already knew I was on that time. So nowadays, I go verse and I take a hook out my verse. Or I'll rap a whole song, take a piece of whatever I'm saying. It's all about format. My secret is format. You feel what I'm saying?
Definitely
A lot of folks don't know how to format. A lot of folks, and to make a hit record, you always gotta keep in mind if it's a club song or whatever type of vibe it is, you gotta know the feeling of each part of the beat. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know what's gonna keep people moving. Like I hate when I hear a song and then be bouncing, and then all of a sudden all the drums or everything leave and it be real like silent for a long time and you wait for the drum. You know what I'm saying? And just be like, damn, like keep me in that vibe. So I like to keep people in that vibe. I don't want to let you out that vibe. If you're gonna bounce, you're gonna bounce the whole time. I might take a producer beat and chop that bitch up in 4 ways and chop everything they did and say, nah, and just keep that. You know what I'm saying? It's about format. And whatever you're saying on top of the beat, it gotta make sense. But I just go off verses now. I start rapping, like I said, that first line, and I'll rap probably the whole song. And I'll either cut part of the rap out, then add, you know what I'm saying? I got different techniques, man.
Yeah, but I do, the format is evident. It feels like in these times, people are moving away from the format. You have records like Sicko Mode, which are huge in the club, and that doesn't really have a hook as such that people can sing along to, but there are hook parts. So
It's format. It's like bridges, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah.
but that's what Travis Scott does. You feel me? That's he one of the few that really like know how to organize and you know what I'm saying? A lot of folks just get on there, they get a beat from producer and just rap on that shit. And whatever that beat is, that's the song. I'm not that type of person. I'm gonna break that shit down. I'm gonna add different elements. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna really make music for real.
You know who's giving me a bit of deja vu of you is Don Toliver. He's got just melody wise, not tone, obviously.
No, he definitely got hard ass melodies. I fuck with Don.
Yeah, really, really dope. So, in your eyes, then, who's had a great blueprint for song making historically, like across the years?
Drake. Who else do good? Scott, like you said, Scott do great formats. Chance the Rapper.
Okay.
Chance do some good formatting. Roddy. It's a lot of folks. Thug. Future.
Nice. But we have to say as well that I feel like you're one of the greatest A&Rs in the game. Like I've seen some of the names pop up on your records as a whole. Like looking at the checklisting, and it makes me want to listen to it. Like it makes me really curious. You had Fabo on Kiss 5. Like,
right.
Let's face it. Where did that idea come from?
Man, how did I? Well, shit. It's really that was God's plan, honestly. You feel me? Because I remember I had did one music fest in Atlanta, probably in 19, and I ran into Fabo. You know what I'm saying? I've been a Fabo fan since high school. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
They had shit fucked up back when we was in 9th, 10th grade. You know what I'm saying? So if you know, if you really in this Atlanta culture, you understand what this shit is and not just what everybody think it is, you understand. So I ran into Fabo at one music fest, and he said, this is when I dropped Rare Sound Project. And he was like, man, that Wi-Fi so hard, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, he listen, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you bumping Wi-Fi? Because only my fans know that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people from the out, you know, on the outside, they like the big records, the radio records, the ones, the singles and shit. But a motherfucker approached me and be like, Wi-Fi. I'm like, he know what the fuck going on. So at that moment, I was like, okay, Fabo tuned into my shit. So that was just a boom, boom. We both went our separate way. I'm working on Kids 5. I always wanted to remake Tatted Up since I was in high school. That's been one of my favorite songs. The ending part that I took from that song was my favorite part. Like, as far as melody wise, that kind of inspired my melody vibe going on as a, you know what I'm saying, teen to whatever the fuck I am now. But my producers, you know what I'm saying, they was cooking up a beat, and I ain't fuck with it. It was like 4 of them cooking up at the same time, and they was all into it, and I was just walking in the room, walking out the room. Every time I walked in, walked out, I'm like, I ain't really feeling this shit, you know what I'm saying? So I stopped there, but I was like, hey, let me pull up something on YouTube. Let me see if y'all can remake this shit, you know what I'm saying? And I pulled up the Tatted Up on YouTube. Fast forward all the way to the part that I've been loving my whole life. I said, hey, take this part and cook up, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
And that's how Tatted Up came about. And I reached out to Fabo, killed it. He was trapping too. He was outside for real. He was like, yeah, I'm in the trap, man. I'm gonna finish that shit up tomorrow. I was like, bet, take your time. You know what I'm saying? And he sent it, and I was like, what the fuck, Fabo?
You need to bring him out at a performance.
I got to. It's only right.
Wale's record followed on from that on the Kiss 5 track listing, and by default, I'm like, what the hell is that going to sound like? It makes you want to press play, but you made it so seamless. Like, it's crazy how your ear knows exactly where to position people and their sound. Like, it's crazy. Like, I love what you've done with Yeah Ali, with Eric Benninger. Who else? Even like Young Blue is on this record. That has been doing yeah, that has been doing so much for a few years, but you've championed him so early. And even Jacquees. Huh?
Business Boy, you know, Ben the producer.
Of course, Business Boy, definitely. Because he's from Wisconsin as well, right? Like you are.
Milwaukee, yep.
Yeah. Good people, man, definitely.
I just like to fuck with dope people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I understand who got a vision now and shit. I just want to see how it sounds if we combine, you know what I'm saying, the sounds. And 99% of the time, this shit work. If it don't work, I ain't putting it out.
Agreed.
I got records with artists right now that I don't like, and it would never come out. That like lit artists too. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I put it out, folks gonna gravitate to it, but just I don't like it.
So they're on yours, so it's your decision.
Yeah, for sure. It's on my hard drive.
You got the stems.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. You can't let us into who that is.
Nah. Cause after this call, I'm gonna go back and listen to it and see if I feel the same. Cause I ain't heard it in about 6-7 months. And that person was texting me like, bro, we're gonna drop it, and I was like,
not ready.
I gotta go back in on it and go fuck with it and see if I can tweak it a little bit probably.
No, fair enough, man. But you've so managed to not only be a creative, but you're truly a boss. Like, you've put your executive hat on, you've put people in positions, you've built your own studio, your own label, and it's crazy. Like, I experienced it myself in firsthand, and I loved what you've put together there. Like, you know, you've got a little basketball area, like I think you've got a stripper pole in there, right?
Yeah, I got a strip club in there too. Yep.
You have to, right? I'm in a studio right now, and I was like, a stripper pole is missing. I took the idea from you.
You need it. That's how you start the vibe. That's key factor right there.
So, K-Camp, for anyone that is an aspiring, not just an aspiring creative, but an aspiring executive, what would be the first steps into building like a facility like you have?
The first steps is writing it down. You know what I'm saying? Putting the plan together. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Don't nothing start without a plan. Um, Stay consistent with it. You know, if you got your mind set to some shit, stay consistent. You know, because it's easy to get sidetracked, especially with all this shit going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker could have had a whole plan and this shit hit and just knocked all that shit out the way. I mean, now you trying to figure out some other shit, you know what I'm saying, that threw you off your original idea. So, you know what I'm saying, even during the toughest times or the easiest times, stay consistent, you know. Write that shit down and have you a 3 to 6 month goal plan. I always do that. I've been doing that forever. That's been my thing. That's the only reason why I'm, you know what I'm saying, besides God and, you know what I'm saying, a good support system, that's the only reason why I'm still here. I always had a plan. I never just went into shit blind. I always had a plan. Shit that you thought, you know what I'm saying, was, you know what I'm saying, a lot of motherfuckers say, oh, that's it was luck or something that came out of nowhere. Nah, this shit been plotted 2-3 years ago. You just not catching up. And by the time we hit you with the next move, you're gonna be just washed out and out the way. We didn't just we already plotting on something else.
Yeah.
Cause by the time we get to the move that we didn't already plotted 2-3 years ago, it's old to us, but it's new to everybody. So now we playing, you know what I'm saying? They trying to catch up while we trying to get to the next checkpoint.
Yeah, that's dope. So you didn't blow your money along the way in the strip club? You
I
say you.
done blew some change in the club for sure. You know what I'm saying? But the older I got, the smarter I got with it. You know what I'm saying? It just now I'm more on the, you know what I'm saying, investing side and trying to make this money stack and make it flip. I'm tired of blowing money. That shit ain't do nothing for me. Just had me just fucked up somewhere.
I really admire you because, as I said, you're now putting other people around you in positions to, run a studio or book sessions, or I think that's dope. Like that is what community building is. Like that is truly what evolution is. From an artist to an executive. Have labels reached out to you for a gig, for positions?
Not yet. They will. It's up to me if I'm gonna take it or not. I don't want to be in nobody's office. I got my own office.
This is it. Like you've built now your
At
own
this point,
house.
I'm looking for partnerships. I ain't trying to be in nobody. I got my own. I just want to, you know what I'm saying, upstream some shit and, you know what I'm saying, get the capital and turn, you know what I'm saying, turn my operation up.
I agree. Like I see that moving forward that way. Like, I've spoken to some artists from TDE, Dreamville, and it seems like they're all just really building their own ecosystem. And I would really anticipate these independents growing into becoming the major threes, like the big three. Like I really do. I see it, and I don't see
Exactly.
why. You've built your HQ, so that's a big step. That's
We
a
did
big step.
with little to no help, and we didn't have no $1 million funding. We ain't had no millions of dollars of funding. We did this shit out the mud. So imagine what we can do with millions of dollars funding this shit.
Did you document the process?
Oh yeah, we got it. We
That's
got
good.
hard drives.
Yeah,
Can't
that
wait to
needs
drop
to
the
be a mini,
documentary.
yeah, mini
Can't wait
doc,
to drop it.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll teach a lot of kids, like especially who might feel like, well, how on earth do I take the first step? Like, who do I even talk to? Like, it's a lot. Like, even I go through those kind of questions every day. Like, I've got ideas, but how am I going to execute them? Like, and I think it would be great to see it from a musician. So, yeah, I can't wait to see that.
The ideas, that's the part that just, I be having millions and millions of ideas. It's all about executing, but you can't overwhelm yourself and put too much on your plate. Cause it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, being distracted and you veering off doing some other shit and you forget. You could be this close to that breakout idea being the one that just saved you, then you just veered off did some other shit. And now it's a longer, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I battle with. I be trying to do everything. But
Yep.
I be having to just really just focus on the main thing and try to tie everything that can fit into that main thing and make it like a, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like a
I'm the
little treat.
number one. Yeah,
You feel me?
number one victim of that, 100%.
For sure. Me too,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, we definitely go through that. So, Rare is the name of the label, right?
Press sound.
Rare Sound. Is that an acronym?
No, not this time.
Okay.
Not this time.
Did you have to hold back some releases this year?
Yeah, I was trying to get out another album for this year was over, but Deluxe kind of slowed me down. Actually, it didn't slow me down. It was just that label process. You know what I'm saying? That major label shit. I hate. I hate the timelines they give. So you know how that shit works. So yeah, I can get one top of the year though.
Okay. And actually, before I let you go, the opening track, Regrets. Do you have any regrets?
I want to say yeah, and I want to say no. You know what I'm saying? If I was to regret shit that happened to me, I wouldn't be where I'm at. This shit built character. This shit turned me into the monster I am right now. So I wouldn't even say, you know what I'm saying? Of course I wouldn't say regrets, I say pain, yeah, for sure. But regrets, no.
How about then, knowing what you know now, what would have you done differently at the start?
I would have took my business serious a long time ago. I would have tapped
That's a
in
gem.
I would have tapped in when I first got in or before I got in, instead of just getting the money and just thinking that shit gonna last forever and then having to hit rock, not even rock bottom, just, you know what I'm saying, having to take another L and now figuring the shit out. You know what I'm saying? Getting hit with all the shit, then figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? But everything happened for a reason.
I agree. As you said, it builds character and it's it makes the documentary longer.
Facts.
Oh, amazing. Well, K-Camp, I'm going to let you enjoy your day and enjoy your holidays. Get back to the trap. The legal trap.
You did.
I like
Definitely. You've been rocking with me
hoodie.
for a long time, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had to do this. I already knew what time it was.
Yeah, literally from before, literally you got the deal when you was really buzzing in the streets, and some of my best memories in Atlanta of hearing your music blasting on the radio was such a euphoric feeling. I'm not even gonna lie, like I loved it.
I remember. That's love, man.
Yeah,
I
for
support
sure.
everything you got going on.
Oh, I appreciate you so much, and happy holidays, man, to you and your family.
Happy holidays.